Hey, everybody, you've made it to summer WOD. Our workout of the day is a heavy one. So I have a set of 20s, 25s, 30s, and 35s. So have a little collection, but remember that whatever you decide on, whatever you go for, it's really just maximizing your effort, maximizing your load, trying to get under as much heavy load as you're comfortable with, and pushing to the repetitions that work for you. So I also have an 8 kilogram kettlebell that we're going to be using to help set up some form and some stability before we hit our heavy chest press. So let's go ahead and head to the ground into a child's pose. So spread your fingertips wide, sit your hips back, and then go ahead and keep your head up off the ground for me. Feel your tailbone kind of tuck under just a bit, reaching the arms forward. Slide your shoulder blades down and then let them come forward. So just kind of get some movement in through your scapula as much as you can. I'm going to do a little bit of warm up there before we get going. So with our heavy day, it's going to be pretty much upper body through heavy load. We're going to hit just a teeny bit of plyometrics at the end, just super duper teeny weeny, just to give our upper body a break and to get a little bit of heart rate and legs. All right, go ahead and press into those hands. Keep your shoulder blades sliding down. So kind of just learn to hollow up, suck up your armpits, slide your shoulder blades down. Feel like you're pulling your arms back down your back. Grab tight through the core, so keep your low back stable, and we're going to pull all the way forward, screwing your hands into the ground, elbows screw into your rib cage, open through the chest. Feel free to let your hips wobble side to side, open through, and then go ahead and relax and stretch through your neck. Gentle flexion on your core and your glutes. Nice job. Grab through the belly. Push into your toes, up and back, downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet, so let your knee bend, one knee bend, then the other, one knee, then the other. Keep sliding those shoulder blades down. Deep inhale and deep exhale. Get your core going nice and strong. Tighten in. Beautiful. All right, and then we're going to go ahead and slide ourselves forward again, squeezing your shoulder blades together, elbows tuck in, open through the chest. Rotate your head side to side, and then push back to your hands and knees. All right, so stabilize your hands right underneath your shoulders, knees right underneath the hips, and we're going to let our shoulder blades squeeze together. So we're going to do a little scapula squeeze or planche push. Now round through that upper back. Make sure that you're keeping your belly nice and firm. Squeeze shoulder blades together. Press. So as you press, try to find flexion into the pecs, sucking in through those armpits. Nice wide fingertips. Squeeze shoulder blades together and then round out. So we want nice, movable, mobile, flexible shoulder blades before we get into our heavy work from the ground. Keep going here. A couple more. These are kind of awkward at first, so depending on how much mobility work you've done in your scapula, maybe kind of awkward, but just stick with it. Everything feels kind of funky and awkward at first. So, all right, we're going to stabilize. Slide the shoulder blades down again. So again, you're screwing your arms into the ground, elbows tucked back towards your knees. And I want you to put your right hand behind your head, grab tight through the core. We're going to inhale, bring your right arm up. And then exhale, let your elbow drop down to the left wrist. Inhale up, so keep your low back super duper still so it's not rotating, and your mobility and rotation comes through that thoracic spine, your mid back. One more. Keep the belly nice and loaded, flexed in, and other side. This is a great time to also contract and pull through that pelvic floor. Inhale, rotate up. Exhale, drop. Pelvic floor is super necessary, super important to keep active and strong. It's a deep part of the core. It's what helps really set up for good core flexion and control of your hips and low back. One more. All right, moving on. We're going to go into an isometric bird dog. So we did a bunch of isometrics yesterday, so you're all prepared, I'm sure. Elbows pull back again. Extend your right arm forward and your left leg back. So go ahead and drop your left toe for me and feel the hips level off. Now re-lift the left foot, holding the hips where they were when you leveled off. Slide that shoulder blade into the back. Feel the belly button contract and grab. Pull traction between your left hand and your right knee. Keep that left hip drop. Keep your right shoulder blade tugging in. Keep your breath. Keep the core, everything flexed. As much flexion as you can find. 3, 2, and 1. Set it down. Now we're going to extend the other side. Left arm forward, right leg back. Flex that foot. Drop the right foot. Feel the hips level off. Keep tucking, flexing, contracting, and pulling. Leveled off through that low back. Bringing the leg back up. Finding traction. Build your core. This is all about the core. Keep the pelvis level. Flex and tighten, tighten and flex. Keep it going, flex, flex, flex. And drop. Okay, now we're going to go 10 per side. Extend, opposite arm and leg, tuck in. So we want to, again, feel that pelvic floor, start us off. Grab deep into the upper back, driving your scapula down. Contracting tight through the core. 5, we're going to go to 10. 6. Feel the muscle build. 8. Flex, flex, flex. 9 and 10. Other side. Remember, your amount of work is up to you. Really up to you. How much flexion, how much you can imagine and envision that you have a lot of load and resistance. Keep that pelvic floor awareness. Keep that core awareness. 3, 2, flex, flex, and 1. Beautiful. All right, sit back on your toes, grab your hands behind, and we're going to hit up a bottoms up press. So if you do not have a kettlebell, don't worry about it. You can use a dumbbell. So grab something a little bit on the lighter side. The whole point here is to get your arm off balance. So you would hold your bell on the base here, like this. And you're just going to do a single side press. Okay, we're going to go 10 per side. I'm going to use my bell. So if you have a kettlebell, then you're going to hold it at the horn. Okay, if you don't have a kettlebell, just do like I did. So here we go. You want to try your best. If you need to stabilize a couple times with your other arm, that's totally fine. But the goal here is to strengthen that shoulder joint because of the wavering and it's not super solid. So it's off balance there, that bell. You have to really set in deeper, stronger with your wrist and with your shoulder joint. So packing into that upper back, keeping that flexion strong and supported. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Okay, other side. Find that bottoms up. Now, I don't know about you, but my left side is generally a little bit laggy, so we'll have to see how this one goes. Keep that elbow coming out wide. 2, strong wrist. You can really feel how you've got to support into that shoulder blade, paying attention. 5. Woo! Super wobbly over here. Something to work on. Always love something to work on. 8. Keep that wrist nice and strong. 9. and 10. Oh, perfect. Okay, so we got our little warm up for the shoulders. Now we're going to go load. So if you don't have super heavy weight, as always, not a big deal. Just get whatever you can, and you're just going to pump until you can't pump anymore. So I'm going to grab my 35s. If you've got whatever, go ahead and get going. I know it takes me a million years to get these heavy guys up. So hit it up. If you're getting to 20 reps, just try your best to keep focused on self-flexion. Maybe you can ask for some heavier dumbbells for Christmas or your birthday. All right, so we want to keep mindful of those same flexions in the shoulders, the wrist, and the back that we had with that single kettlebell in that bottoms up position. So we're going for 6+ reps. I would love for you to be able to get to 6. Super solid. There's my 5. Feel the chest. The goal is those pecs rolling the shoulder blades back and down, stabilizing with that upper back, staying strong through the wrists, strong through the core. Be in charge with your breath. I think I got one more. Beautiful. All right. Bringing it down. Okay. Get those guys out of the way. And we're going to go into a tricep pullover. All right. Take your hands behind. Get that stretch through the shoulders and chest. I know I've said it many times, but sometimes I think the hardest thing in a heavy set is taking the time to rest. But when you take those rests, you can really go a lot further in the next round. They've done studies on this. If you don't have access to heavy weights, don't wait as long as I do. Don't rest as long as I do. Go ahead and get straight into your next set. So a tricep pullover, we are not doing the press, just the pullover, is elbows nice and tight. You're going to keep your wrists right on top of the elbows. Keep your low back packed into the ground. So your elbow joint does not move. All you do is rotate from your shoulders, squeezing your elbows in tight, and then rotate back down. So it's like you're at the bottom of a skull crusher, but all that you do is rotate in your shoulder joint, keeping your elbows at 90 degrees. Woo, feel those triceps fried. Lots of core, nothing in the neck. Squeeze those elbows together. Squeeze, squeeze. It's all about finding that challenge, pushing yourself. Just one more rep, just one more rep. Strong wrists. Squeeze them in. All right, that's my number. Whew. Okay, go ahead and flip around for me. We are going to stretch those triceps. So go into your child's pose, put your hands together in a prayer, and then fold your elbows back, reaching your hands behind and down your back. Okay, next up we have curls. Just like everything else, you can go ahead and start as soon as you're ready. I'm going to start with 2 at the same time, both going up. I'm going to hit up 25s here. But if you would like to go one at a time, that's totally fine. And I'll probably finish there just to make sure I can get a couple extra reps. All right. Strong, firm foundation. Remember, we want to keep our elbows tucked in tight. So try not to let them come forward as the weights come up. The drop is the most important part. Be in control. There's my 6. I'm going to call it a day. Not a day, but a round. All right, stretch out your forearms. We're going to have a single press. I'm going to try my 30s to start, and then we'll go from there. So when you're ready, go ahead and push your arms up. Single press, one at a time, alternating side to side. Remember, you do not have to wait for me. So if you are not going super heavy, chances are you're ready to rumble. So if you want to wait, you can also hit jump squats. You can hit squats. You can hit lunges, jumping jacks, whatever it is that you want to keep pushing with. All right, here we go. Locked core. Keep your pelvis really strong, stable, and in place. Ooh, lefty's not going to have it. So I had those yesterday. I trialed it, but my arms are already gassed. So here we go. No biggie. Bringing it down. Stay smart. Stay in charge. All right, 4 per side. Grab your hands behind your back, interlace, and pull off. Okay, we're going to go 5 jump squats, 5 jump lunges. That's it. I told you, teeny weeny. 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, back down. We're going to hit up our bird dogs. So hands under shoulders, knees under hips, flat back. Find your super strong core. Pelvic floor, take a couple. Cat-cows first. There we go. Now then, extend your opposite arm and leg. Make sure the hips are leveled off. So just kick your legs straight back, right behind your hip. And when you pull together, feel that belly button drive back. The back stays stable. Scapula set in. 6. 7. Kick it straight back. Keep that pelvis stable. Last one. You can feel that glute and hamstring on that lifted side. These should not be, quote, easy. Building the core to help stabilize the back. Super good joint movement with your shoulder and hip as well. 8, 9, and 10. All right. We're going to go back to our bottoms up press. Let's just hit up 3 per side. I want to spend the majority of our time with our heavy set. So I'm going to start on my weaker side. So find that instability. Then get your working done. Get that movement in. Flex it in. Two, accept challenge, work for challenge, look for challenge. 3, the biggest thing is finding new challenges. Progressive overload. So also finding major discrepancies. I feel like I could go all day on this right side. That left side is struggling. So note to self, areas that need some work. That's good. It's good to find places that need work. It's how we improve, get better. It's also what makes us happy, where we need growth and improvement. All right, chest press, you hit it up when you're ready. I'm choosing to hit up a glute bridge. You can do whatever feels good for you. Make sure shoulders and hips are neutral, lined up. Feel your back flex in to support those shoulders. Shoulder heads roll back. Woo! Done with those. All right, get your little stretch. Feel free to go straight into your tricep pullover if that's where you're at. Otherwise, little goalpost here. Feels super good. All right. So that tricep pullover, trying to keep our elbows tight over shoulders. Challenge your load. We're going for a minimum 6 here. Squeeze those elbows in tight. Again, finding strong wrists so you don't have stability on those arms because you don't have the weights pressed together. So you have to really hold control and stability from your own flexions. From your back, from your core, shoulders, triceps. Feel those triceps. That's our point. That's our goal. This is going to be my last one. I'm not even counting. I'm just feeling. Can I do one more? Can I do one more? Keeping it healthy. All right. Bring those hands together. Again, we're going to stretch our triceps, reaching your fingertips back. Press into the elbows. Okay. When you're ready, go ahead and come up for curls. You don't have to wait for me. All right. Shoulders back and down. Make sure you have that solid set stance. Tucking the tailbone under. Keeping the shoulders stacked. Feel the biceps. Keep your wrists strong. 4. So sometimes those palms want to open back, but we want to keep the wrist tucked in so that we don't put that load on the wrist, right? Dangling back this way. Then we just put load and stress on our joints. Okay, single presses. We're going to put those 25s back to use. When you all are ready, hit it up. Remember, you don't have to wait for me. To build hypertrophy and muscle strength and to keep those bones healthy and strong, you really only need a minimum of 3 to 5 reps, 3 to 5 sets. So we are already over that. We're double those reps in the 3 range anyway. We're only going to get 2 sets, but That's okay. 2. Ah! Whew. 6 total. All right. Jump squats, jump lunges. 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So here's what we're going to do. We have a teeny bit of time left. So I think it'd be fun to go ahead and push for 3 reps. 3 reps of each one. As we've been going, please continue to add your own repetitions. Maybe you're getting nice and high by now. We'll skip our bottoms up press. Chest press first. Be smart if you are going really heavy. Try not to rush. Make sure you're ready, even though it's only 3 reps. Shoulders back and down. Core nice and strong. 3, 2, 1. All right, there was our chest. Now we get our pullovers. Butt stays on the ground. Low back stays on the ground. Pull over. Feel the triceps. 2, 3. Beautiful. All right, coming up for curls. Remember, strong wrists, elbows back. Keep your stance. Lots of core. Chest stays up. 2. Try not to roll my shoulders forward. And 3. I'm still taking a break. Oh. Oh. All right, we're going to get that overhead press. Packing, grabbing through the back, keeping the shoulders healthy. I'm definitely leaning a bit side to side. I'm okay with that as long as I can keep my anterior and posterior tilt. 2 per side. Woo. Okay, let's hit our little jump squats. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Those feel easy after everything else. 5. All right. Start off with a downward facing dog. Plant into those hands. Belly nice and strong. Slide the shoulder blades down. Down dogs are really great to get into throughout the day. Every workout. On your off days, just keeping that overhead extension with back flexion, right? You can feel the back set in. Feel the pelvic floor draw. Feel the belly contract. You're stretching calves and hamstrings, and you're getting great mobility into the shoulders. Tuck your tailbone just a little. Nice work. Bring your right leg forward. And then bring your right arm up and back. See if you can stay here, or see if you can go ahead and wrap it all the way back behind your left hamstring and then open the chest. That's what we're here for. Get that chest open. Oh, beautiful. All right, bring it back around. Slide that right leg back. Tuck your hips under. Make sure that you're stacked over that knee. Left arm up, and then we're going to stretch the tricep. So lift up out of that hip flexor, lift up out of your hip, tuck your tailbone, slide forward a little, lean to the right a little. Feel your tricep, feel your side, that low back getting pulled up out of that pelvis and your hip flexor. All right, last thing here before we switch, palms down, fingertips back, stretch those forearms and wrists, and then we'll go to the other side. Bring your left leg forward, plant your right hand, bring your left arm up and around. See if you can either hold here or behind your right hamstring. Open the chest, look back behind you. Keep gentle flexion on your core. Rotate around, bring that left leg back, tuck the hips under, slide forward a bit, bring that right arm up, bend, grab behind the elbow, stretch that tricep. Super fun. It's a different type of load. Some of you love heavy, some of you do not appreciate it, but please keep in mind it's so good for your bone density. It is the single best thing for keeping your bones strong and building stronger bone density, heavier, higher. We need it. We all do, but especially us lovely ladies. All right. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you back tomorrow for HIIT.